Hi everybody, welcome back to Boxes Upon Boxes. And today I have something I'm not sure how to pronounce. It is what I think is called the TRETTITRE CD player. It's a portable CD player. The reason why I got this is I wanted something for my home office that I could play a CD on my Bluetooth receiver. And this will do that. And this is look at this design. I think it's really sleek. This is the only thing, the only things that aren't white on this device are the lid and the display, and I suppose the inside of the ports here. Oh, okay, and this little line here. And so it's almost it's white to a fault. And what I mean by that is, see these buttons, they are white buttons labeled with nothing. They're labeled with highlighted, with raised plastic, which makes it really hard to read. So I guess over time you would just memorize where each of the buttons are. And so that's not the worst thing in the world. I know that when I have a device that I use all the time, I just kind of don't even look at it anyway. I reach for the device and I just feel around and I know where all the buttons are, and it works just fine. So I'm not, as far as having buttons that are difficult to read by looking at them, I'm less concerned about that. However, I am more concerned about the responsiveness of the buttons. I have pressed these on several times when I thought I should be doing something and it isn't. I think, is it me? Is it not working? No, I just didn't press it hard enough or long enough or something. I'm not sure. But again, I don't want to, that may just be a matter of getting used to what this device needs. And so I'm not going to hold that against the device either. Oh, look, looks like I'm missing a foot here. Huh. It's first, I wonder if it's in the box. Okay. Another odd thing about this is it came with this cover over the lid that says, please rotate the cover to open. And that's what this line is indicating, is the point of the pivot point, I guess. So if you rotate it like this, this comes off. So why you want to rotate this, I don't know, but I don't, maybe it wasn't supposed to come off, but it sure did. I don't know. Oh, it does look like there was some glue there. So maybe it's broken. But it's got a magnetic seal. Boy, is it broken? It might be broken. But you can pop this off and reach in here to pull out the CD. It says press in the middle, and oh boy, this is tough. What does it say to do? It came with this cardboard thing here. It says, please press here to pop up the disc. Okay, so I'll press in the middle and nothing happens. How do I get this out of here? It's the first time I've actually tried to get a disc out of here. Boy, I don't know how to do this. I mean, I'll get it out, but it's not a smooth operation. Okay, well, my opinion is starting to drop on this. Okay, so, well, let's Boy, why? It says right here. What happened? Yeah. Okay. Please press here to pop up the disc. There's nothing. There's a spindle here. Oh. Again, press harder. Okay. All right. I feel better about it. So press it on, pop the disc on, press it harder to pop it off. Okay. Well, I guess that's good. It means it's not going anywhere. Okay. We learned something today. Okay. So, and I think this is broken. If it's broken, then that was kind of a poor design. But it does. You can just set it right on top, and as long as I'm just making excuses for it. It's broken. However, it is magnetic, and it's not going anywhere. Once you get it back on, it's not supposed to come off. And it did. So that's unfortunate. But it's magnetic. So the magnet is holding the lid on. I'm not too worried about that. And actually I think it's probably easier to get the CD out if the lid is off anyway. So I don't care about that. Maybe you do. I've tried listening to this on both on my Bluetooth receiver and with headphones. Both work. It took a little bit of handshaking to get the Bluetooth to connect, and once you power it down, it forgets all about it, and so you have to start the process over again. So it's not ideal. I would really like it to be turn it on, hit play, go. It doesn't do that. You have to pair it after powering it down. But once you do, it sounds fine. It sounds great with the headphones too. It has a 2000 milliamp hour battery. I don't think that's going to last you a ton of time. Let's see what they claim. Do they make a claim? I don't see one. I think I saw one in the book where it'll last like 7 hours or something like that. Which I'd probably have this thing at my desk plugged in anyway, so I'm not worried about that. I can't. Maybe I'd bring this in the car to listen to a CD, but I've got a CD player in the car anyway, so I'm not. And I realize that my car is older, so you probably, if you have a new car, you probably don't have a CD player, but mine does. So you could use this in the car. It does have what they call a anti-shock protection option. I don't know why you would ever turn it off. So why? And you have to long press the Bluetooth button to turn on and off the anti-shock protection. Why would you not want anti-shock? It doesn't really define what it is. You're just supposed to know. And it doesn't define it doesn't mention why you would want it on, why you would ever want it off. There must be a trade-off that I don't know. Now, I suppose that would be handy to know. One thing that kind of threw me for a loop is if you look at the power button, it's actually 3 positions. One is off, which I have it on now, and the middle position is on, and the far position is lock. And when you have it in lock, you can start it, but then all the buttons don't work. And I thought, was this thing broken? No, it just was locked. I didn't realize there was a lock button on here. Well, not sure what advantage that is, but it's there. Just be aware of it if you want to get this device. Um, I think it's a pretty sleek design. Again, I think they used form over function when it comes to the buttons. I don't know what I would like. It wouldn't bother me if they had some black ink on these buttons or something that made it a little more distinctive. Maybe some writing on over each one, just so until you get used to it, until you get used to the hands-free operation, you'll want to. You might want a little extra help. Um, it is other than that, it's a very basic device. It does one thing. It plays CDs, and that's it. And that's fine. That's all I wanted. The display is small but readable. Let's see if I can get it to come up. Yeah, see, it's very nice. Um, the default mode, it's flashing Bluetooth. I'm not. Oh, look at that! It did connect to Bluetooth. I should probably not play too much of this, or it'll get taken down. Um, oh, anyway, that was a little Lindsey Buckingham for you. Okay, well, I'm going to change my mind here. That it did exactly what I wanted it to do. I don't know why it didn't do it last time, but it did it this time. So I like that. Um, and I also, if I could change something, uh, I wish it came with a remote control. I think that would be a nice addition, especially, and then I wouldn't care about the buttons because I'd have, you can do whatever you want with the design for this thing. Um, I'd have a remote. Now, one thing that I'm a little concerned about, and I've got absolutely no reason to have this concern with this company. I had another device where I left it plugged in, and I think I might have fried the battery. I don't know. So now I'm paranoid. If I leave this plugged in all the time, is it going to pop the battery? I don't know. Um, so I guess I'm a little concerned with anything that has a lithium battery now, but it's not fair for me to to have that fear. I realize that. I do. I just I'm gonna keep an eye out for that. And other than the broken lid and the missing foot, I and I might have broken the lid myself when I opened it, but if I did, then it was a pretty weak connection. Um, but I like it. This this is it couldn't. Sure, I have other CD players that are smaller, but this isn't much bigger than the actual CD. Well, maybe it is. You can see the size of the CD here. Um, but it's certainly in the grand scheme of things, it doesn't take up a lot of desk space. And the lid doesn't bother me. It's basically a dust cover from my perspective. Um, so yeah, I'm fairly happy with it. It's not this is not, as far as pricing goes, this is not bottom barrel cheap, um, but it's not expensive either. This is not audiophile pricing by any means. It's very affordable. Um, so yeah, I like it. I will use this. I This is now part of my home office stereo. So thanks to TRETTITRE. I'm sorry. I don't. It doesn't translate well into my vocabulary. Um, but I like it. How many stars would I give it? It did what I wanted it to do. I like the display. Um, it sounds great with headphones. It works well with my Bluetooth receiver. So the only thing uh, the locking button, whatever. It's not a reason to hold it against it. The only thing I don't like are the white on white buttons with no labels. The missing foot, the broken lid. Okay, so it's not a 5 out of 5. We'll establish that much. However, I like it well enough that a I'll give it a 3 out of 5. Excuse me. I might have to edit that out. Yeah, I'll give it a 3 out of 5. Yeah, but it could have just been this unit. So maybe other units have a rock solid lid and a foot that isn't missing. Because really, it's so minor. It looks like there was one there, so it might have just fallen off into the box or something. I'll look later. So yeah, 3 out of 5 stars. It does what I need it to do. So happy to use this. Thanks for stopping by. We'll see you next time.